Hello friends, back with me again Joseph, your host, and welcome back to our channel where we hear amazing stories of our saints. In this episode, we are going back to Catania in the 8th century. To meet our saint, people called him a wonder worker because many miracles happened through him. So, without further ado, let's meet this wonderful saint. Saint Leo of Catania lived in the 8th century. Some people also call him Saint Leo the Wonder Worker. He is best remembered for his faith, miracles, and care for the people of Catania. His feast day is February 20th. Leo lived during a time when Sicily faced many problems. There were invasions, heresies, and much hardship. Even with all this trouble, Leo stayed strong in his faith. He became a source of hope for many people. Saint Leo is remembered as a man who loved the church. He defended the faith against false teachings. He also helped people who were poor or sick. Many people saw him as a true shepherd of God's people. He lived simply and served with kindness. Stories of his good works spread across the island and beyond. Saint Leo was born in Catania, Sicily, around the year 703. Not much is known about his family. It is believed that he grew up in a Christian home. From a young age, Leo showed a love for prayer and helping others. He studied hard and learned about the faith. He also learned how to serve others with kindness. As he grew older, Leo decided to give his life to God. He became a priest and was loved by the people. His good character made him stand out. The city of Catania was full of challenges. There were many poor and sick people. There were also people who taught false things about God. Leo worked to bring truth and hope to the people. After some time as a priest, Leo was chosen to be the Bishop of Catania. He led the church there with wisdom and love. He worked hard to take care of the people in both body and soul. Leo cared deeply for the poor. He gave food to the hungry and visited the sick. He helped people who were ignored by others. He also fought against heresies that were confusing the faithful. Some people tried to lead others away from the truth. Leo spoke clearly and defended the teachings of the church. During the Byzantine iconoclasm, he boldly defied imperial orders to destroy sacred images, choosing exile in the mountains rather than betraying the faith. His life as bishop was not easy. There were many dangers, but Leo trusted in God. He stayed strong even when things were hard. Saint Leo became known for many miracles. One famous story tells how he confronted a magician named Heliodorus. Heliodorus used dark powers to trick and harm people. Leo stood up to him without fear. Saint Leo is most famous for a confrontation with the sorcerer Heliodorus. To prove the power of God, Leo stepped into a roaring bonfire while holding the sorcerer. Heliodorus was consumed by the flames, but Leo emerged completely unharmed, his vestments still shining. This showed the people that God's power was greater. Many people believed that Leo could heal the sick. They came to him for blessings and prayers. His faith made him a sign of hope in a time of trouble. Because of his miracles, people called him a wonder worker. They trusted him not just as a bishop, but as a holy man who lived close to God. Saint Leo died around the year 789. The people of Catania mourned his death because he had done so much for them. After his death in 789 AD, his relics were said to flow with healing myrrh, and many received miraculous cures at his tomb. They quickly began to honor him as a saint. Over time, the church formally recognized him as a saint. He is now remembered as the patron saint of Catania. People also pray to him for help against fire because of his miracles against Heliodorus. His feast day is celebrated every year on February 20th. In Catania, people still hold special prayers and processions in his honor. While Saint Leo of Catania, or San Leone il Mutergo, was a bishop of Catania, his most vibrant festivals today take place in the towns where he is the primary patron saint, such as Sinagra, Longhi, and Saracina. The most famous celebration occurs in Sinagra, province of Messina, where he is honored multiple times a year. On Easter Sunday, a cursa, or the race, a unique and evocative tradition where the statue of the saint is carried in a slow, long procession from his country church toward the village. As it reaches the entrance of the town, the pace suddenly changes into a fast-paced race to the main church. This represents his joyful choice to remain with the people of Sinagra, rather than return to his episcopal seat on May 8th feast. This is the official patronal feast day in Sinagra. It includes elaborate processions where the statue dances through the streets, to the sound of local bands, punctuated by the firing of cannons and evening fireworks. And on Easter Monday, the festivities continue with a secondary procession and a traditional local fair. In the town of Saracina, Calabria, Saint Leo is celebrated twice a year, on February 20th and the second Sunday in August. On the eve of his February 20th feast day, the town lights massive bonfires or fucarazi. This tradition directly commemorates his miracle of stepping into the fire to defeat the sorcerer Heliodorus. A solemn procession of torches follows the bonfires, creating a striking scene of light and devotion throughout the mountain village. In Longhi, Sicily, the town celebrates its patron on February 20th, featuring emotional processions and deep local devotion. Saint Leo of Catania remains a light for those who want to live in truth and charity. His simple faith and brave heart still inspire the Church today. So, dear friends, what can we learn from Saint Leo of Catania? Saint Leo of Catania shows us how to stay faithful when life is hard. He lived during a time of fear and confusion. Even when others tried to lead people away from God, Leo stayed true. He teaches us that it is important to hold on to what we believe, even if it is not easy. Leo did not just believe in God with his words. He showed his faith through action. He fed the poor, cared for the sick, and spoke the truth without fear. His life reminds us that loving God means loving others. It is not enough to pray and go to church. We must also serve and help people around us. Leo also faced people who used evil to gain power. He stood firm against them, did not back down or hide. In our lives, we may not face magicians, but we do face lies, temptations, and fear. Saint Leo teaches us to trust in God's strength when we feel weak or unsure. When we think about Saint Leo, we can see that courage, kindness, and faithfulness are always needed. His life calls us to be strong in what is good. It calls us to live simply, trust in God, and help others no matter what is happening around us. Let's ponder upon these questions and reflect them in our lives. How do I show my faith to others in my daily life? When I face fear or temptation, do I trust in God like Saint Leo did? What are some simple ways I can serve people who need help? Am I willing to stand for the truth even when it is hard? The miracles he worked and the kindness he showed are signs of a life close to God. Saint Leo reminds us that even in hard times, we can still be a light for others. His life is a guide for anyone who wants to live with courage and kindness. Saint Leo's memory lives on in the Church. His example calls us to be strong, to serve, and to trust in God, no matter what we face. Let's end our session today with a prayer inspired by the life of Saint Leo. O holy Saint Leo, compassionate shepherd and bold defender of the truth, we come to you seeking your powerful intercession. You who stood unharmed in the midst of the raging fire to defeat deception, grant us the courage to face the trials and temptations of our own lives. As you once cared for the poor, the sick, and the suffering with a father's heart, we ask that you now look upon our needs with that same mercy. Through your prayers, may we be healed in soul and body, protected from all evil, and guided toward the eternal light of Christ. Amen. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope this video is helpful for you in learning more about your faith. If you enjoyed this video, please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more interesting contents daily. Please also consider becoming a member of our channel or making a one-time donation through Super Thanks to support our mission. Take care, everyone. Stay safe and healthy as usual. See you next time, and God bless you always.